to northern Israel, in fact, the Lebanon-Israel border area, and what we just saw happen there in the last 40 minutes or so. That breaking news that we were bringing you a short time ago about a serious escalation on the border between Israel and southern Lebanon. Dozens of rockets fired at the town of Kiryat Shmona settlement and its surroundings. Well, Elias Hanna is a retired Lebanese general and a strategic analyst. You're joining us from Beirut, sir. We appreciate the scramble to come up live for us at such short notice. We wanted to ask you for your assessment of what we saw. The pictures, of course, are quite dramatic. You see cars on fire in Kiryat Shmona. You see the first responders. Kiryat Shmona had been mostly evacuated. There are 2 people lightly injured. What meaning do you ascribe to this? How do you fit this into the wider picture?
I think that we are seeing that the rules of engagement are rapidly changing. Today, the changes are in intensity, the bombardment on both sides, as well as the means used. The first time we see suicide drones used against command and control for the IDF in Ziddin and Shib'a Farm. So this is like a major change. Moreover, the depth of the bombardment and really hitting the settlements like Kiryat Shmona. Moreover, in addition to this, we can see that who is really executing all of this? It's not only Hezbollah. We are seeing, different Palestinian faction, and loudly they are saying they are participating. So we are seeing like a little bit of escalation, maybe. And this is like analysis, maybe waiting for tomorrow for Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah's speech, because after 26, 27 days of absence and with 50 martyrs killed from his, party, he has to come and say, what would be the picture after? What would be the picture after really encircling Gaza city and maybe hitting the Gaza or Hamas? So maybe what's going to go for the future, the roadmap for the future, I guess. So maybe it's like a preparation.
Yeah, why hasn't Nasrallah spoken for 27 days? And also, the same question to you that I asked our correspondent earlier is, what will you be listening for in that speech specifically?
I think he's going to really explain the strategic choices that are made by the axis of resistance, and why Hezbollah, though he wanted earlier or prior to this to destroy all of Israel, is not really participating, though he lost like 50 fighters, 50 martyrs. Moreover, he wants to relate, I think, that the escalation in Gaza is directly related to the escalation in Lebanon. And moreover, we are seeing more broader the unity of the theaters between what's from the Yemen coming, from Syria, from Iraq, and from Lebanon. But I think that he will go into the escalation. Yani, he goes into more escalation, but I think so far it's like short of war. Why? Because we are not seeing now that the proxies are working. I see with the master like Iran and the United States of America directly are really conducting what's going on the earth on Gaza.
That's interesting. So you're seeing escalation of some sort, but something short of a full-blown war by Hezbollah. And why is that? Is that because you think Hezbollah just isn't incentivized to open the full war against Israel right now? What would be the reason for either going to war or not going to war?
The decision to go to war, I think it's in Iran's hands. Moreover, if you go into like Iran as a rational player, they are really calculating and waiting what's going to happen in Gaza. If the Israelis will really destroy Hamas totally, this is something different. Moreover, if the Israelis will not be able to go into Gaza and really destroy Hamas, I mean, Hamas wins, because Hamas wins if it didn't lose, and Israel loses if it didn't win. So we will have the same situation as in 2006. I mean, you are really encircling Hamas, but you cannot really destroy Hamas. Moreover, you will be, you will be immersed in this kind of things like a protracted conflict, and you have like internal political problem, internal strategic problem, internal intelligence problem, moreover, internal economic problem, and Iran will win, for a good one.
You know, I'm going to remember what you just said. Israel loses if it doesn't win. Hamas wins if it doesn't lose. I'll remember that one.
Yeah.
Elias Hanna, retired Lebanese general, thank you so much again for the scramble to join us live on such short notice. We appreciate it.